3 years ago, I was hospitalized in a hospital in Eerie prefecture due to a ureteral stone. On the first day of hospitalization, I was calm during the day, but the pain became intense at night. It was bedtime, so I thought about calling for a nurse, but I felt like I could endure it somehow. There are times when the stone drops and the pain suddenly subsides. While I was enduring it, the door to the large room opened. I had been sweating and enduring the pain for about an hour, but there was no one else coming in or out of the room. I thought it must be a nurse around, and I was going to ask for pain medicine when I heard a man muttering, "No," along with the sound of slippers shuffling. He seemed to be looking around the beds. He muttered, "No," again over the divider. For some reason, I felt a terrible chill and nausea. I thought it would be dangerous if the person on the other side of the screen sensed my presence. I pulled the blanket over my head and closed my eyes to wait it out. Being new, I couldn't ask the people in the same room about that night. Besides, it was a 6-person room, and all the patients seemed to have mild conditions from internal diseases. There was no atmosphere for the patients to become friendly with each other. After a few days, the bed next to mine was empty, and a middle-aged man was admitted immediately. After a little talk, I found out that the man was in for a gastric ulcer examination. As soon as the schedule for the surgery is decided, he will probably be moved to another ward. On my side, the stone had dropped considerably and had reached the bladder. Again, the pain was coming back. Sure enough, I was hit by pain that night. It was bedtime again. The same situation as that night had occurred. No, the man came again. I was wondering who the hell he was and what he was up to when he came over to me. "It's you?" I heard it clearly in my ear. I was startled and turned around to find the presence of the guy in front of the next bed. I couldn't move due to the pain and fear. I had a hunch that it must be the Grim Reaper. The man next to me is going to die soon. At that moment, for some reason I don't understand, I opened the curtain wide. Maybe I was paralyzed with panic. He was wearing white examination pajamas. He was a wobbly old man. He felt like a wandering old man. While I was staring in amazement, he staggered out of the room. The next morning, the stone came out with my urine. In the afternoon examination, I was supposed to be discharged. In the end, I didn't understand what happened last night. If an old man wandered around the hospital ward late at night, it should have been a rumor in the hospital. But I didn't hear such a story from the nurses or patients. The idea of looking around the sick room was just a thought. Still, was it a coincidence that I was able to bring my own conclusion to this event? I saw the old man in another ward. The old man seemed to be moved from the intensive care unit to a private room with his bed. I guess he escaped the crisis of life. He seemed to have almost no consciousness. He was emaciated, but his cheeks were the only thing that was pink.